It was a very New York story, which I am partial to. I thought the construct of reuniting with someone on the train suddenly, who you haven't seen in a long time, and yeah, a past that was um, complicated, and now your current present day is completely different. I thought were a lot of themes that are very relatable, and I thought the piece had a very sort of empathetic and intimate approach to the lead characters that I thought was very natural and convincing. Their dynamic worked quite well, both in their silent moments and in the dialogue. And I thought they actually did better with their reactions and sort of the quiet energy as opposed to having to have a huge emotional narrative that's built around a big conversation. I thought they did best in just sort of trying to reflect their moments of sort of a bonding that you can tell came from a close love from a long time ago. So I thought the piece of it had a difficult time trying to match all those emotions into a small amount of time, and I thought I did it very well.
Such nice, subtle acting and such a good script. It was a beautiful thing to watch people who had broken up for whatever reason. You see them finding each other again randomly, sharing a moment that was so beautiful without all of the other stuff. Like, you can't be in a relationship, just enjoying a moment and kind of moving on then after that. It was just really beautiful and really subtle, and I liked the actors. I thought were really, really good. Um, just the scene, how when they found each other and just enjoyed their selves. I thought it was really well done and set up and scripted and choreographed. It was just beautiful.
In the 4 minutes we're here for, it just takes you on this just huge roller coaster. And while there's some things left ambiguous, in those 10 words, I feel like you're able to piece together your own conclusion to what happened. We don't know. We know they know each other. We don't know why they were disconnected, because that's my assumption. Is they weren't together, and they came back, but so much time had passed that they had one of them had moved on. Um, which, mind you, that's my interpretation of it. But yeah, that was very powerful for how short and how uh, little dialogue there was. There was so much story in there.
One of the things that stands out, I think, the most is the acting between the two leads and that rapport that they had with each other. It draws you in, it makes you curious, it makes you kind of hang on for that next moment. What's going to happen next? And I loved that about this. I think that the cinematography was great, the sound was great, the story, how the filmmakers kind of let that story unfold, really well told. Yeah, this I like how at the end it was a little bit bittersweet. It wasn't just a Disney ending. So it seemed very real.
I think the story of paths crossing and meeting again is a fairly common one, and I think this is a very interesting take on that, and one that's there's a lot of joy in this piece. I think this was written very well. I think the circumstance that you create for these characters is really interesting and very natural in how they would reconnect. I think this was acted out really well. I think the writing was very, very strong. I think you have a lot of great transitions, and I think you're able to present this without needing too much exposition, and I think you do that very successfully in this.
The actors had a good chemistry when they reunite, and you can tell that they were once a couple that were deeply in love. I enjoyed the mysterious element in the beginning where the first woman recognizes the other, and you're not sure, but you think the second one has recognized the first and she's wanting to avoid her. Interesting. I thought overall it was very original, and I also thought this was a good concept for a relationship drama.